I'm so sad. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about anime a lot. So, during this past year in quarantine, if I've done anything, it's been getting into anime. I know I'm late to the party, but I say better late than never. And you know, quarantine loneliness plus having literally nothing to do and nowhere to go has combined into this anime obsession that I am currently in. And also manga obsession, as evidenced by me needing to buy a new bookshelf for all the manga I'm buying. But that's beside the point, because what I'm going to be doing today is drawing myself into all of the animes that I've been obsessed with recently. Yes, this is very self-insert fan art and definitely fan service only to me, but I'm going to do it. Actually, I've already done it, technically. I'm just going to talk you guys through it. Yeah, I did this for a TikTok. Because I saw this trend going around that was really cool of like drawing myself into my favorite animes, or like in the style of my favorite animes. So I really wanted to hop on the trend and do it. So I actually a few days ago filmed this very, very cringe video of me trying to get in anime poses. Yeah. I won't say that it looks good. I know it's cringe. I'm sorry you have to watch it, but so I actually had already the poses to work with, so I didn't have to think up any dynamic poses when coming up with these drawings, which was nice. So the animes that I picked for this video, which I'm gonna say is part one, because let's be real, I'm gonna do more of these. I picked Haikyuu, Demon Slayer, Oren High School Host Club, My Hero Academia, and Pokemon. And I wanted to be in them. So let's get started. So starting off with Haikyuu, I had this nice pose, and it was, I guess, helpful that I played volleyball for like 5 or 6 years in high school. Of course, I wanted to make myself sort of the libero because my favorite character is Nishinoya. So yeah, I just did myself in this sort of pose, like receiving a ball. And first and foremost, I want to like make it very clear that I really, really hate drawing in anime styles. Like, I never had an anime drawing phase growing up. I know that's crazy. I know that I think everyone did at some point or another, but I really didn't for some reason. So this was kind of sort of my first time drawing an anime style, and not only in an anime style, but 5 different very like, you know, unique anime styles. So this was my first one. I kind of struggled a little bit, especially with the face, because I realized that the way that I draw normally is so different from anime that I never realized how different it was until right this moment. But I think I kind of got the gist a little bit. I used a lot of reference images, obviously, from some of the female volleyball characters in the show, and I tried to get the sort of like thin pupil sort of look that they have a lot in the show. I think that that's a really cool detail that's very like Haikyuu specific. Of course, I play for Kurasuno. Why wouldn't I, you know? And yeah, getting the hair right in these anime styles was also a very big struggle, because there's not a lot of curly-haired characters in most animes, let alone like these ones that I've picked out. So I really had to sort of improvise with, you know, sort of a wavy hair instead of like coily hair, which is the kind of hair I have. I don't know, I think it kind of still translated nicely, and I still managed to like put my likeness into the drawing, which was cool. Yeah, I think overall it looks like a still from Haikyuu, which is, you know, it's fun. I'm very proud of myself. So next up, I did Demon Slayer, and Demon Slayer is a show that I just started watching like a few weeks ago. I binge watched the whole first season, and I cannot wait for season 2. It was so good, and I fell in love with the character design style of the show. It's so different from any other animes that I've watched up to this point, so I was very excited to draw myself in this style. The thing that I love the most that they do in the show is the eyes and the hair. The way that they draw that is so cool and unique. I just love how everything is very like straight line, geometric. The lines are quite like harsh. The line weights differ a lot. And I really like it when animes have this sort of like edgy line weight to it. I don't know how to explain it, but I just think it looks very cool. I like a thicker line in my animes, you know? So yeah, I tried to get that whole like geometric, like octagonal sort of eye shape that they have. I of course drew myself in a kimono. I'm obviously a demon slayer in this universe. I did think of whether I wanted to be a demon or a demon slayer, but I really wanted a sword, so I went for a demon slayer. I wanted to give myself like a really cool kimono, and like I'm in the middle of the woods. There's like all these cool wispies around me and the little sakura petals. And yeah, I gave myself like a starry kimono because I thought that was really sweet and very on brand with me. And now I kind of want a starry kimono. So, and the sword I gave myself, I didn't really look up any references for the sword. I just kind of went with whatever I had in my mind. So yeah, here's just me like trying to pick some colors that look cool together. I kind of went for this sort of purpley blue color scheme for my outfit because I just think that's kind of also my branding a little bit, so that was nice. And the hair, as I said, was really fun to draw in the Demon Slayer style because it's all very geometric and like thick wads of hair as opposed to drawing individual hair strands and stuff. I just think that it looks really cool. I'm just rendering out this kimono, adding really harsh contrasts and shadows because that's very Demon Slayer, very, you know, intense lighting. I gave myself some cool earrings like Tanjiro, but, you know, changing it up a little bit because I don't think I would come from a fire family or fire wielding family, but I like the style of the earrings. Then I just kind of messed around with the background a little bit, adding a bit of a bloom to the sakura petals floating by to make everything look a bit more magical. And that was it. Next up, I did My Hero Academia. This was pretty much the sole reason that I wanted to do this TikTok/video is because I have gone way too obsessed with My Hero Academia recently. I'm like just whizzing through the manga so fast, it's not even healthy. But yeah, I just really wish that I had superpowers and was at UA, so this was, you know, perfect self-insert for me. I drew myself in the UA gym clothes, of course. I kind of drew myself as if we were like in training at UA, because I think that was pretty cool. Plus, I didn't really want to have to design a whole outfit for myself for some powers that I'm still not really sure what I would call them. I just kind of gave myself sparkly wrists. I don't know. What power would you say I would have if I was in My Hero Academia? What quirk would I have? Let me know. I always see myself as having a quirk, sort of like Violet's power from The Incredibles. I think that's pretty neat, but didn't draw that, did I? So yeah, I'm just in this like fighty pose, about to beat someone on their ass. I'm about to really impress Aizawa sensei. It's gonna be awesome. It was nice to draw some more dynamic poses. I feel like I never draw like action type poses ever in my art, so this was really great practice, and it reminded me to kind of diversify a little bit. So yeah, I just added like some hints of a background. I didn't want the focus to be too much on the background, so I blurred a lot of it actually, so the focus would be more on me. I love the way that they draw eyes as well in My Hero Academia. I use Ochako Uraraka's character design for inspiration a lot in this drawing, as you can probably tell by the eyebrows and the eyes. But yeah, I just really enjoy how cute all the characters look in this style. And then moving on to Oren High School Host Club. This is actually an anime that I watched a few years ago and still love it very, very much. It's always a nice watch, and it's so ridiculous but also so funny. It's just a very nice like watch, and it's a feel-good show. So I drew myself as one of the female students at Oren, and I just love the outfits in that show. They're so cool. The dresses are so extra for a school uniform. I just find it so funny, and I really wanted to draw myself in a big poofy dress, so here we go. And I was also quite excited to draw the background for this because the backgrounds for that show are so beautiful. Just the whole architecture and design of the classrooms and stuff, especially at the host club. It's just everything's very pink and beautiful and ornate and has gold accents on them. So I was kind of excited to draw that as well. And I'm never excited to draw backgrounds, so you know, if I'm excited to draw a background, it's because it's good. Here's just me rendering out this background for a little too long, but I was having fun. And I drew myself just kind of in this sort of anime girl pose. She's just like carrying her books and she gets caught in someone's eye. All very magical, all very Oren High School Host Club. Again, drawing my hair in this style was a bit of a challenge. I had to use a bit of inspiration from a mixture of different characters, but I think it ended up looking okay, and I think it reads as curly hair as much as curly hair would read in this style. And then finally, we've got Pokemon, one of the first shows that I ever got into as a kid. It's so fun. I still play Pokemon all the time on my Switch. So it's always really nostalgic drawing myself in the Pokemon universe, which I've done many times. I've drawn my trainer Sona, I've drawn myself in the Pokemon style for a number of videos as well. So it's always nice to go back to this style and draw myself in various different trainer outfits. I kind of used these reference pictures for this drawing just because I really enjoyed the outfits in them. And they were the best sort of reference for the Sword and Shield style that I'm going for, as opposed to like the original anime style, because of course the Pokemon styles keep evolving and they keep changing over the years, so I wanted to do a more like recent style because that's what I've seen the most in the game I've been playing recently. Yeah, it's always fun. I love how simple the line art always is. In Pokemon, it's got very sort of consistent line art, so lining it is always nice, and it takes a lot less brain effort as opposed to a style like Demon Slayer where you have to kind of think about the different line weights and how they're going to connect to each other, etc. This one is kind of just easy breezy. And so I messed around with the colors a lot, trying to figure out a color scheme that looked nice on my outfit. I ended up with this sort of kind of like mauvey color mixed in with like a dark purple. Yeah, I think it's a nice color, and it makes me look like a Pokeball a little bit. So again, working on a sort of a hint of a background. I know that Pokemon has very like beautiful backgrounds and stuff in them, but I wanted again the focus to be on the main character as opposed to the background, so kept it quite simple. And yeah, that was it for all of my anime styles and drawing myself into all the anime universes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this just very self-indulgent video of me drawing myself into these universes that I have fallen in love with recently. Yeah, let me know what other animes I should watch/do in the next part. I'm always looking for more recommendations because let's be real, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I have all the time in the world to watch all the anime at the moment. So let me know which one was your favorite. I think my favorite is probably Demon Slayer just because I really, really love the style and drawing in that style. So if you want to have a look down there in the description box, you'll find all of my social media, including my TikTok. I do TikTok sometimes now. What you gonna do? I also Twitch stream sometimes, so if you want to hop on there, it's always a fun time. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.